Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Please look at the link, which is also given in the email, to see maps of the Mongol Empire. Dr. Adel Elsaie states, "When I see the younger Muslim generation confused about the definition of a Muslim and rejecting acceptable madhabs, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation impressed by Western culture, neglecting Islamic culture, and ignoring Islamic education, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation having little or no respect for parents and elders, and ignoring the strong commandments of Allah to be kind and merciful to parents and elders, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation adopting the Western culture of I want, I spend, I enjoy, and neglecting Islamic traditions, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation guarding their mobile phones more than the Quran, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation using drugs, which are rampant in Western culture, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation confused about simple Islamic teachings, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation belonging to feuding tribes and killing each other, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation killing innocent people, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation following questionable so-called sects of Islam and questionable so-called imams, I get scared. When I see the younger Muslim generation not aware what is happening in Palestine, Pakistan, Iraq, Afghanistan, Sudan, Somalia, and Lebanon, and don't at least feel for the plight of the Muslim Ummah, I get scared. When I see Muslim girls converting from Islam, I get scared. I know of 8 Muslim girls who converted from Islam. An Arab father who is very confused about the basics of Islam had 2 girls who were also confused. Their father told them not to marry Muslims, but to marry Jews because Jews are good businessmen. They converted from Islam when they graduated from college. A Pakistani father came to the U.S. and was impressed by Western so-called freedom, and married an American lady who was still Christian. He doesn't pray and has alcohol visible within his home. His 2 girls are confused, and they converted from Islam when they graduated from college. A very morally loose Arabic family who didn't pray. The mother colored her hair blonde and didn't wear Islamic dress. The daughter was brainwashed by a college friend to convert from Islam. Parents who have a girl that graduated from an Islamic school. They thought the school was enough, but when the girl went to college, she fell in love with a non-Muslim and converted from Islam. An Arab father sent his daughter alone to the U.S. to establish a business and become wealthy. She knew many Christians and ultimately married a Christian business associate and converted from Islam. An Arab father who sent his daughter to study in the U.S., she lived within American pop culture. She married a Jew and converted from Islam. And this is not all. There are many other troubling things happening in our Ummah. There are new Mongols who are far worse than the first ones. The new Mongols destroy the Islamic identity of our Muslim youth. And when I see all this, I wonder to myself, what will I say to Allah on the Day of Judgment? Should we despair? Absolutely not. Islam is a religion of optimism and hope. In the present time, Islamic identity may be shaken, but will never be defeated. During the whole history of Islam, we have seen great achievements and great calamities. Probably the worst disaster ever faced by the Islamic Ummah was the Mongolian invasion, which resulted in the destruction of most of the Islamic world. But victory was ultimately achieved over the Mongol Empire by faithful Muslims. Similar victories were accomplished during the Caliphate of Umar in 636 A.D., may Allah be pleased with him, over both the Romans and the Persians during a span of only 7 months. The Byzantines made strong preparations to attack the Muslims and concentrated a very large army at Yermuk, which is in Jordan today. Muslims won an astounding victory in 6 days at the Battle of Yermuk in May 636 AD. Jerusalem surrendered without a fight. In November of the same year, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas marched to Qadisiyya. The Persian army collapsed within 4 days. The Mongol Empire was the largest contiguous empire in human history. The 13th and 14th century, when the empire came to power, is often called the Age of the Mongols. They controlled 22% of the earth. The Mongol armies during that time were extremely well organized. The death toll by battle, massacre, flooding, and famine of the Mongol wars of conquest is placed at about 40 million, according to some sources. Mongols, through a series of slaughtering attacks, control lands from Korea up to Poland and Hungary, and from the Indian Ocean up to Russian cities, including Moscow and Kiev. The Mongol invasion of the Middle East consisted of the destruction of Iraq, Iran, parts of Kuwait, and eventually encroachment into Palestine. The Abbasid Caliph al-Mustasim reportedly defied the Mongols, saying God would punish them if they dared to attack him. Yet he failed to even attempt a summon of loyal Muslims to the defense of Baghdad, nor did he strengthen the defenses of the City of Lights, a reference to Baghdad. Under Hulagu Khan, the Mongols captured and destroyed Baghdad in 1258. The slaughter and horrific atrocities committed by the Mongols at Baghdad has never been forgotten, nor did the country itself ever recover. The infrastructure system was destroyed, and after the slaughter at Baghdad, there were not enough people left alive to repair and maintain this system. Caliph al-Mustasim was executed by Hulagu Khan soon afterwards. The Mongols did not want to shed so-called royal blood, so they wrapped him within a rug and crushed him to death with their horses. All of his sons but one were executed as well. Sultan Saif ad-Din Qutuz of Egypt joined forces with a fellow Mamluk, Baibars, who wanted to defend Islam after the Mongols captured Damascus and most of Sham, or Greater Syria. Sultan Qutuz reigned Egypt from 1259 to 1260, only 1 year. This was 73 years after the Kurdish Sultan, Salahuddin Yusuf al-Ayyubi, defeated the Crusaders of the Kingdom of Jerusalem in the historical Battle of Hattin that occurred on July 4th, 1187. In this battle alone, the Crusader army was largely annihilated by the faithful army of Salahuddin, in what was a major disaster for the Crusaders, and a turning point in the history of the Crusades. During a span of only 73 years, strong, faithful Kurdish and Egyptian Muslim sultans destroyed the legacy of the Crusades and Mongols together. Subhanallah. The Mongols attempted to ally with the remnant of the Crusader kingdom of Jerusalem, now centered in Acre. But Pope Alexander IV forbade this. While the Christians remained neutral, they believed it was only a matter of time until the Mongols destroyed them also. And so, while technically neutral, they agreed to allow the Egyptian army to cross their territories without incident, and without reporting such movements to the Mongols. Believing that waiting for Hulagu Khan to return with his full army would be foolhardy, Sultan Qutuz decided to march north and confront Kitbuka's army. He believed destroying the force would not only protect the remaining holy places of Jerusalem, Mecca, and Medina, but it would also strike a terrific blow against the so far invincible Mongols. He accomplished all his goals and more. The Mongols at that time were proceeding down the trade trails, and probably were unaware that the Egyptian forces had marched north to confront them. Both Mamluk and Mongol armies encamped in the Holy Land on July 1260. They finally met at one of the greatest battlegrounds in Islam, Ain Jalut, on September 3, 1260, with both sides numbering about 20,000 men. Mamluk armies were clearly able to destroy the Mongols, something that no one had previously done. Burke Khan, in Arabic known as Baraka Khan, Khan of the Golden Horde, was one of the sons of Jachi, the eldest son of Genghis Khan. The Mamluk were supported by Berke Khan, who allied himself with the Mamluk after his cousin enraged him by destroying Baghdad. Berke and the Golden Horde converted to Islam and sent word to the great Khan, Hulagu Khan, that he would call him to account since he murdered the Caliph of Baghdad and killed so many faithful Muslims. And now today the name Khan is a familiar Muslim name. Subhanallah. An invitation to volunteer in the Islamic Youth Awakening campaign is shown here and given in the email. Please sign the Muslim Youth Code of Honor petition on www.petitiononline.com shown here and also given in the email. Jazakallah khairun.